Go on now. All right. Good morning. Doing a live stream. I don't do many of these anymore. We had a 5 inches of snow, maybe 6. Pretty interesting. So early in the year for Veterans Day. Every Veterans Day, I like to grill beef ribs. I don't go out to the restaurants. Don't care for the crowds. Well, this year, the weather was crappy and I was down. So I did not grill, cooked them in the oven, and then put them in the broiler. And they were still yummy. So be it. If you hadn't noticed, I now have 5 channels. Okay. Wanted to go over them with you. I have my Suburban Prepper channel where I do prepping videos. That's going to include a lot of my gardening videos related to prepping because I do have a survival garden in my backyard. And not so much the gun videos that I make because YouTube continues to ban them or block them or I can't monetize them. So all my gun stuff, I'm switching over to Rumble. Okay. Now, if you look on my website, everything's listed there on suburbanprepper.com and on YouTube. And I do a live stream on Rumble too, slowly building up the audience. I don't pay as much attention to it as I should. Like I have a Truth Social account that I don't really pay as much attention to. Well, I should. The channels that I'm working on the most, just by doing it, are my Suburban Prepper channel, of course, and I have an alternative medical care channel where I do alternative medicine videos. And I draw inspiration from work. I have a patient with a certain condition. And then I'll come home and I'll do research on how I can treat that alternatively or integratively with the care that I provide. And I don't put anything about the patient and its scenario. And that's how I do it. Like I had a patient last week with elevated triglycerides. And that patient's options are what they are. And I don't even tell my patients that I make a lot of these prepping videos or alternative medicine videos. I don't want to appear to because I have affiliate links with them on my Suburban Prepper storefront. I don't want to get in that kind of trouble. I don't want patients buy stuff off my storefront. So I steer clear of that usually, which is a shame because a lot of them would benefit from that knowledge, but I'm not losing my job over a silly YouTube video because I want people to buy from my website or whatever. I mean, it'd be nice, but that's not the way it is. I mean, I'm not selling, it's not a pyramid scheme or anything like that. So I've really stepped up on making better prepper videos. I'm using a lot of AI to make the videos. A lot of the B-roll that you see is AI. The exception being when like footage I took in Afghanistan or footage that I have in my backyard. When I do my garden videos, obviously, that's my garden. Or when I go to the gun range and shoot, that's me shooting. Obviously, I don't pay actors to act. The great thing about this AI is you can have the same characters. And I have these 3 characters that I don't know how their names came. Well, Rocco, one of my dogs that passed away, Lena, and I don't know who Lena is. It's not anyone. Well, I know a Lena from high school, or well, after I graduated high school, but that's not her. It's Lena. And then Mason, a name that I didn't make up, like a mason jar. I think that's how we got the name. And those are my 3 prepper characters. And they're different. And I don't really care. They're different. One time Rocco was a boy. Time he's a girl, black girl, white girl, Hispanic girl, Masons, whoever. But it's fun. But at least in each video, it's the same characters. And I'm working on a 20 proper foods that you need to stockpile kind of video right now. And I'm using my 3 characters and their families in this video. And it's a good informative video. Oh, I've had a long night. It's a good informative video. And I add the speaking parts on top of the parts that I speak. So you get to hear me talk. And then we go to the video of my 3 characters, and they're doing something related to the video in addition to what I'm saying. And while I'm talking, there's just some generic B-roll that, well, it's not generic. It's related to the script, but there's no talk in that B-roll. There's some background music and so forth. And it makes better video. Let's be honest. 6 months ago, 7 months ago, 8 months ago, my videos aren't like they are now. I've really improved on the quality of them and make them more watchable. And I enjoy making them. They're fun. So my latest video, I'm going to go over my latest videos while I have 2 people watching. Thank you, whoever you are. I did a couple of videos on tuberculosis, and that's in my prep channel. I did a couple of videos about when you elect a communist mayor for a city, and that's because New York City elected a Democrat socialist mayor. All intents and purposes, it's a communist, as far as I'm concerned. And I went real, and I just think not getting a lot of views, and that's okay. But I went real melodramatic with it. I went real insurrected with it. And because a lot of the stuff that this mayor is doing, other mayors across the country have done already. But so I went full extreme with these 2 videos. Yeah, they're fun to make. Maybe a little too dramatic. And then videos I haven't released yet because YouTube doesn't like it when you release too many videos at once, and then people don't know what to watch. So I'm not releasing too many videos every day. I'm keeping them stored up until they're ready to go, and then I release them. Another video idea that I'm working on is we talk about first aid kits for, everyone, except we don't ever discuss first aid kits for infants or toddlers, right? So I'm working on a video. It's a couple of video series on first aid kits for infants. And to me, an infant is, newborn, not 0, to 1 year of age. I'm making a video. I got the script ready. And I'm going to make that video. So that's important to me. And it's a good knowledge video. But I want anyone to understand this is just for information and entertainment. I'm not certifying anybody to do anything. I discuss pediatric advanced life support. I don't teach PALS. But there are some components of pediatric advanced life support that's good knowledge to know. So I incorporate some of that into the video. And it's a very common sense application, okay? We're not defibrillating an infant or anything like that. And of course, everything that is in that video, you can purchase online, and I'm going to have links for that. I do have that ulterior motive, let's be honest. I'm making these videos, and you can go to my Suburban Prepper Amazon storefront, and if you ever want to buy any of those things, they're there. If not, well, enjoy my videos. Let's talk about my my alternative medicine channel for a little bit. I'm taking all my alternative medicine videos from my Suburban Prepper channel, and I put them all into my alternative medicine. The two niches, I don't know how to pronounce that word, don't mix. In my mind, they mix, but in the prepper's mind, alternative medicine is not something they think about. Although I think they should. But okay. So I'm separating them because a lot of my alternative medicine folks that are really into alternative medicine don't do anything with prepping. Me as a medical provider, it's something that interests me. Both worlds interest me. So I make videos about them. But I'm keeping them separated. So that's how I'm doing that. And like I say, I'm not focusing on one. Like, I'm not doing a video about ashwagandha. I'm doing a video about cortisol. I'm doing a video about the brain-gut axis. Or I'm going to do a video about neuropathy and integrative medicine for neuropathy, for example. That's going to be my next video I'm going to work on. I just went through a red light. Oh, it was green when I went through it, and there's no lights anyway. There's no cameras at that intersection, thank God. I'm still in Indiana. So I don't know why the flags are at half staff, or is it half mast? I'm not on a Navy vessel. But yeah, that's my alternative medical care. Now you can access that channel from Suburban Prepper. I have links to it. And I want people that are into alternative medicine to watch those channels, to watch my alternative medicine channel. If that's not something that interests you, don't watch it. I mean, really, don't watch it if it's not something that you like. Because if you do watch like 3 seconds of my videos and turn it off, that tells YouTube that my videos suck. So I'm growing that channel slowly. I think I have 7 or 8 subscribers compared to 6,000, how many hundred I have on my Suburban Prepper channel. It'll grow. I'm making good quality videos. Each one of my alternative medicine videos, I include references. Well, one to defend what I'm saying. Okay, because nobody believes what you say unless you have references for it. So I always include medical references to anything that I say alternative medicine wise. And do I have to do that? No, but it's important to me. I'm not just making stuff up. In other words, it's not a Dungeons and Dragons game. And we're stuck behind some traffic today, and it's a Friday. Yeah, so that's that. Of course, on my Suburban Prepper page and my eBay page, I do have links to where you can get holistic capsules, medicine, and stuff. And I think that's important. And I also go over Ayurvedic therapies and complementary alternative therapies. I'm a big proponent of acupressure, different points on the ear for different body systems. And here's the thing, folks. I don't believe in yoga. I don't believe in the poses. I think that's not my thing for religious reasons. But just because I believe in Ayurvedic therapies doesn't make me it doesn't affect my religious beliefs. Herbs that you put in your body affect your body. However, what theory you look at them with, that's no wonder there's a red light. I'm going to be late for work today, and there's not a damn thing I can do about it. Oh well, there's a red light. Stop. But someone wants to get out of Dairy Queen. I'll have patience and I'll get out there. Why do these people think that they're gonna? Anyway, I wonder if there's a cop directing this traffic or not. Yeah, there's a lot of traffic here. Back to the videos. Can't control what I can't control. But yeah, I enjoy making my alternative medicine videos. And I'm using a lot of the AI video technology. I'm using my knowledge base. I read the scripts and I go from there. Sometimes I do sit down presentations like a news reporter. Excuse me. Other times I do overreads. My new concept, my next video concept, now this is a wild one, okay? It came out of my ass. Is I'm doing relaxation videos or motivation, just 5, 6, 7, 8 hours of sleepy music to help you sleep, or music to help you stay awake or focus. And I put it to video. And like I have this one video it's all techno music to help stay awake. And I have a fireplace video. And it seems like the fireplace video's gotten the most views. So that's okay. and it's fun. I I had the okay, I'll get people to watch these and stay for hours. And you got to build it up though. It's not just something I can just do. So I'm slowly building up that channel. Yeah. I mean, there's only so many long-term 8-hour videos I can make, right? Well, there's hundreds of them that I can make, like water, dripping water, things that relax the human mind, streams, rainforest, spaceship sounds, and so forth and so on. And it's 8 hours of it. Crickets, things that are soothing to the ear. It's some type of acoustic therapy. I know that. And now I'm going to get over here and I'm going to go in the turning lane because it's going to be my turn to go and everything will be okay. I don't like traffic. And a lot of these people here are not very nice people when it comes to taking your turn on the road. So I go, I stop, they go, and they go, and it's my turn to go. No, 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 it's my turn. No, no, you fuck. Sorry, cussing. I was very patient with everybody. Oh, lawnmower for sale. Anyway, back to my channels. I probably lost everybody. So that's it's my acoustic channel. You can see it on there. It's on YouTube. If you like that kind of stuff, join it. If you don't, don't. It's a very, very small niche. But I enjoy making the videos. I think I'm going to add my 3 characters to the videos. Lena, Rocco, and Mason into the mix. They're going to become my 3 main characters. Next is my disgruntled combat veteran channel. Now, I separated this from my prepper channel because a lot of preppers aren't military and they don't want to hear us bitch about the military issues. They're preppers and survivalists, and I get it. And my channel, my disgruntled combat veteran, isn't really just about bitching and complaining. It's motivation. In the the picture of the video of the web, I stutter. The picture of the guy in the video and the screenshot, when you look at the picture, it's a guy with a backpack and books, meaning he's a veteran in college. So it's not like derogatory. It's not disgruntled veteran not doing something with his life. It's disgruntled veteran doing something with his life, using his GI Bill to go to school and get better. So that's my approach. It's a motivational, and yeah, I'm not in the. I will never go online and bash another soldier for their beliefs or how they act online. That's not my thing. I don't like to. If I have my opinions of another soldier or veteran or something like that related to their service, that's between me and me. You'll never see me bash another service member. I don't care what their political ideology is. If they're posting something related to military, I don't do response videos back. I just don't care about that. I enjoy watching a lot of like angry cop who's a reserve drill instructor, and I think he's a police officer in the civilian world. And you got those National Guard guys that do those videos in uniform, and they're fun. They're funny videos, taken to the extreme. But my videos are more about veteran stuff, military stuff. And I don't have a set formula what kind of videos I make. The other day, a couple of weeks ago, I made a video about looking at my hands, thinking about Veterans Day. And I looked at the dirt, said, how old are we? Of course, we are old as the universe is. 4 billion something. So I made a video about that. Nothing derogatory, nothing political. I have my political beliefs. I'm more right winger, but what has that got to do with making disgruntled combat veteran videos? Nothing. I might make videos about how the standards of the military have fallen. Then again, I wasn't that great standard-wise either. So I'm just being a hypocrite. So, no. And I don't talk about, how do I say this? A lot of my patients like to work at the VA. A lot of my patients like to over-exaggerate what they did in the military. And I don't really get into that at work or on my videos at all. I don't talk about patient stuff. And I really don't talk about a lot about the VA because I work for them. I mean, I'll talk about it like any other veteran from the perspective of a veteran. But the thing is, the thing is, though, I don't have it just as a perspective of a veteran. I'm also a VA employee, a medical provider, and I know the resources that are available to veterans. I know how a lot of veterans will go on the social media and complain about something and try to garner support, but yet you don't hear the other side of the story. For example, and I'm not referencing any particular person, but you don't hear, they don't mention how many times they missed an appointment, for example, and they claim that they can't get in to be seen, but yet they skip the appointments. And then they expect us to schedule something right away. Doesn't work like that. So I tried to steer clear of that particular issue for reasons. And I might have some serious veteran issues on there, but I don't like to over exaggerate veteran issues for views. When I feel motivated, I make a veteran video. And God knows I'm entitled to make whatever I want. I can't be raunchy on that channel, and that's okay. doesn't really like raunchy. And I'm not a big cuss word person either. Never have been. I think if you have to resort, yeah, I'm an old school NCO, and I don't believe if I have to resort to cussing at somebody to get a point across in all my conversations, then I've lost that conversation. Same if I have to resort to violence to motivate a troop to do something, unless it's in their absolute safety and interest, I've lost my self-respect for them. Now, there is times when you have to be violent to protect somebody from something they're doing that's stupid. That's the only exception. I am going to have to go hit the latrine, folks. I had a cup of coffee this morning and a cup of Earl Grey hot with some, and I got to go potty now. And I'm going to go up to the gas station that I usually go into. Hopefully nothing will happen and you're going to not see anything, but I'm going to be right back. It'll be an eerie moment of silence, okay? And I'm back. I'm down to 2 viewers. But it's amazing. So this morning I drank probably a third of a gallon of water. Well, about half a gallon of fluid this morning. That's because I do have a little cup of coffee, but I dilute it with a ton of ice, a little bit of milk, and a little bit of cream, and a little bit of vanilla, sugar-free flavor. And I sip at it. I had some Earl Grey tea, cup of that, with some local honey. And yeah, if I have to go to the bathroom, I gotta go. So I like to make sure my kidneys are well flushed. Ever since I went into heart failure, I developed some kidney damage. And before that. So I absolutely watch what the hell I put in my body. And they're doing a lot better. I keep them hydrated. Water, folks. I don't drink soda anymore. I used to love Diet Mountain Dew, my Coke, Diet Pepsi. And then I got addicted to Diet Coke. Started out with Diet Mountain Dew when I first started working as a registered nurse on the night shift. So I didn't know any better. I needed something. Didn't like coffee back then. I still don't really like coffee now. I have a cup in the morning. Of course, I dilute it with ice. And I'm not paying $10 for a cup of coffee from a coffee store. No. Next, let's go back to my channels, okay? I hope some people can hear me. So I'm driving into work this morning. I haven't done a live stream like this in weeks. Oh, look at that. It's like a old P car. Real beautiful. Gotta admit, a lot of the older cars had a lot of style and pizzazz, like from the 30s and 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. And the 80s were pretty blah. Let's be honest. The car started looking real blah. See, with the exception of certain cars like Jeep, the 90s were blah. I mean, you couldn't tell the difference between a Cavalier and a Toyota Tundra or whatever. 2000, I mean, they pretty much all look the same. At least the Bronco they brought back the Bronco. It looks distinct. I'm not a big fan of the Bronco, but at least it looks distinct. And it's a pretty car to look at. I drive a Jeep Gladiator, and it's a pretty car to look at. I mean, it's pretty. Corvettes have always been beautiful. I owned 2 Corvettes back in the day, but you can't have a Corvette and a daughter and a wife. It's just not worth the space. So I got rid of it. Family's worth more than a Corvette. It wasn't a monetary thing. It just, and no. So if I get older, my wife or my daughter can drive my Jeep, or she'll have her own car, whatever. But I love my Jeep. It's a Jeep Gladiator. It's the car I've always wanted. I've always wanted a Jeep, but they weren't practical for what I do. And then Jeep came out with the Gladiator, which is basically a Jeep with a truck in the back. It's not a heavy duty pickup truck, but I don't do heavy duty stuff. It more than does what I ever need it to do. And if I needed to haul something light, I can do it. I don't even have a trailer to haul things, so I'm just making shit up as I go along, really. But I've thrown a couple 100 pounds back there just fine. Next, my next channel, okay? So we talked about my disgruntled combat veteran channel. And I'll slowly build up that channel, come up with ideas. I just don't like to bash I don't get into the business of like responding to other veterans' videos. I know a lot of guys do. They'll comment on other veterans' videos and stuff. Or do make comments about things that affect veterans. But yeah, not my forte. I have a family channel, which means I make kid videos. and I'm working on it. The cool thing is I'm turning in my pets slowly, and I'm going to make videos about them. Suburban playtime. I have my dogs, Mona Lisa and Luigi, and right now there's a video on that channel where they're fighting each other with Ninja. I want to be Ninja, and it's so cute. And it's an exaggeration. Obviously, they're not fighting; it's AI generated. And I'm trying to make a video of a series where Luigi and Mona Lisa are sitting in a Corvette, driving around, and they get pulled over by the police, or they go to the campsite and they go camping and stuff, and they talk. Then I do. So it's family oriented. It's not just for kids, because grown-ups like to watch puppies, pretend fight each other. And what you can do now, this may sound like hip, this may sound weird to some of you. You can get your animals that passed away and put their likeness in there, and you can make videos about them. And so what? I mean, obviously the cats don't talk in real life. We know that. But in the videos, the cats and the dogs can talk. So that's what I'm doing. It's fun. It brings back good memories. You can put a picture in the thing, and it'll generate a cat that looks like it, or a dog that looks like it. I also do cartoon videos. Okay. I sold out and I did a bunch of 6-7 videos. And I think it's funny, the 6-7 videos. The one that I did that nobody else has done is I did a NASA launch, or a spaceship launch, right? But they're not counting down from 10, they're counting down from 1 to 10. So obviously I had to do that. So they would do 6 and 7, and then everybody at the NASA, where they launch, where they watch the ship before it launches, they all scream 6, 7. And there's different scenarios. Like I went into a little, like, the phenomena of 6, 7 is on there. I haven't released them all yet, but it's on there. So I've done the 6, 7 thing, and I think they're funny. I don't know if kids think they're funny, but I think they're funny. And I really haven't released them. They're on there. I just got to get to work on there. I also have footage of me and my daughter playing when she was a toddler, back when we would sing each songs to each other. It's cute footage. It's on there. And we're playing with our dolls and stuff. It's on there. And I've edited it so, because originally I posted it on Facebook. Facebook doesn't get you anywhere. YouTube does. So it's not made just for kids, so it's made for everybody. Yeah, the thing is, I'm not exploiting anything. It's just fun. I try to understand what my 7 and 8-year-old like, and that's where I'm gearing a lot of my videos for. But they like so many things, like K-pop demon hunters. I can't make a K-pop demon hunter video without violating copyright laws. So I can make my own characters like that, and it's very doable. And I can keep my characters. So right now I got my puppies as characters, not fully threshed out, but I'm working on it. I'm going to have a couple of cartoon characters that'll stay the same. and we'll do that. And of course, I got my Rumble channel. Rumble is my backup channel. I think I should just put everything on Rumble. Honestly, all genres on Rumble, I think, as a backup channel, just to keep everything alive. It's 8 o'clock and I'm running late. Can't help it. It's a Friday. What are they going to do? But Rumble, I can get away with more of my weapon stuff without it being demonetized. I don't have that many viewers on Rumble yet because I don't really post a lot to it. I know if I post more to Rumble, it's the law of attraction. You'll get more views, you get more viewers. But I'm not asking people to join the channel or anything. I'm just posting stuff out there, and somebody like clicks on it. I don't know how it really works. And then I have a TikTok. Okay. I have a TikTok channel. And the TikToks, I post a lot of shorts. And now if a video's under 10 minutes, you can post it on TikTok as well. And TikTok does not like weapon stuff. So I can't post stuff about weapons. So block it. Got to remember that. And people will say, well, doesn't that violate the Constitution? No, these are private companies. They can decide what they want on their channels. It's not they're not government funded or government sponsored. These are private institutions. They can block whatever they want. You got to understand that. Doesn't violate your First or Second Amendment rights or whatever. Instagram, I honestly don't understand what the hell Instagram does. I've tried posting stuff on there. I have people that like my videos, but for the life of me, I don't know how the hell Instagram works. If you know how it works, tell me, leave a comment on my YouTube channel somewhere. But I don't get Instagram. I have some Army veterans fellows that's all they go to is Instagram. I don't understand it. I don't see what's the difference between Instagram and Facebook. So my ulterior motive is this. I want each one of my channels, to include my TikTok, which is going to take a long time. I want them all to get monetized. In other words, when you watch my videos and you watch those commercials in between the videos, I get compensated. Is that so wrong? People say, well, why are you worried about making money? So I can make more videos. Yeah, I'm already running late. Probably be 10, 15 minutes late today. What are they going to do? Probably going to call in a few minutes. But by the time I get into my office to see my first patient, it won't even make any difference because they bring the patient back. The LPN is so slow in bringing the patient back, it doesn't matter. Yeah. But what else is new? If you're watching, what is the one prepper video idea that you want to really see? And don't tell me it's how to make stand twos or how to make a. I'm not doing a video on how to make a hut in the forest. Okay. I'm not doing a video about how to get some wood, line it up, and make a survival shelter. One, I don't live in the woods. Two, that's been done 1,000 times. Oh, this guy's in a rush. Okay, pass me up. I don't really care. People here in Illinois, I swear to God, very impatient. They just completely different culture here across the state. We'll talk about that. I live in Indiana. I work in Illinois. But the cultural differences, there's a riff. And there's a lot of racial tension around here, I've noticed. It's always on the top of everyone's mind. For things I don't even think about. And then it becomes a racial issue. I don't get it. Not every decision, not every thought is racially motivated. And I guess there are some people like that. But we don't go around just looking at somebody and thinking in those terms. It's exhausting. So I work in a suburb of Chicago Heights. It's a far south suburb. Just has the name Chicago Heights. It's not anything to do with Chicago. But I've been here for a long time now. I want to think that I'm part of the medical community of this town. I don't know. I don't have like a political influence. Just a small niche portion of the community of veterans. It's different. See, that's more towards prepper stuff. Not prepper stuff, but veteran stuff. This is just ginger ale, basically, folks. Sugar-free ginger. And it's sugar-free. Excuse me. I have respiratory issues from the military. I was out for a month this fall, recovering from an exacerbation. So I've been back to work for a couple of weeks now, and got some bronchitis again, and I'm taking care of it. I have to go back to work. It sucks when you're from military service and you have chronic conditions. You didn't ask for it. I don't go around feeling sorry for myself. I never have. But there are days I wonder, will I ever feel normal again? Any of you ever thought that? What the hell normal means? Or am I just being too emotional? Am I being a too emotional little bitch right now? I don't know. What are your thoughts? So I like what he's doing with the DOD or DOW, Department of War. I like how they changed the name. Okay. I don't care what other people think, other nations think, what we call our War Department. I was out by the time I got out when Obama was president, right? Yeah. And then when Biden was president, I was not in the military anymore. So it didn't really matter what I thought. But I seen how he degraded the military and then putting these generals in power that, and what's sad is that his Joint Chiefs of Staff was a 4-star Green Beret, and he let the president get away with all this crap. Made no sense to me why that guy did that, but he did. And these generals did nothing when we just left all our gear in Afghanistan. They didn't stand up to him. Say this is not right. And it's our fault now that the Taliban is one of the most armed militaries in the world now. That pissed me off. Oh well. Well, this is just me. I'm at this intersection where I've gotten like 4 tickets in my. God, I hate this intersection. I don't go until it's green. I do not go until it's green. Okay, it's green. Then they turn it red. Oh, I hate that intersection. On the way home from work is when it's worse. I have to find another way home. They're going to close that road down. I'll just go straight. We'll see. I don't know. Yeah. I'm almost at work. Yeah, I'm going to be 15 minutes late. I hope that LPN doesn't. Oh, how are we going to do this? Bitch, I don't even get to take my lunch break. How are we going to do this? I don't get to take a lunch break during my tour duty because I'll have a patient to see. The LPN brings the patient back late. That goes through my lunchtime. So I don't get a lunch break. I don't complain about it because there's no one to complain to. What are they going to do? And then if there's ever an opening for anything, like they'll stuff it with a telephone visit, and the LPN doesn't look that I have telephone visits and brings people to me that are like an hour late for an appointment while I'm doing a telephone visit. So it's not I can't do 2 things at once. I know they think we can, but guess what, folks? I'm going to retire in a couple of years from this position. I've done my bit. I've done my bit. Yeah, all the good parking's taken. That's okay. That's okay. Happens when you're late. You don't have the good parking. All right, this Suburban Prepper out.